from the ServiceNow COE team, and today I'll be talking about the integration that we have done with an industry-leading industrial IoT platform, which is known as Predix, with our ServiceNow instance. Okay. So as we all know here, in spite of the most advanced and the most reliable systems, okay, when an industry, if we consider an industry which comprises of a lot of critical machines or assets, actually a significant amount of cost is involved in making sure that these assets are run as expected. And a platform, an IoT platform like Predix, exactly helps us manage this with its unique capability to actually talk to these machines in a protocol which they understand and they converse with, which is primarily non-HTTP like Modbus, MQTT, and it captures all the data which is the relevant data of the critical components and the sensor data, and it has inbuilt modules for doing all sorts of predictive analysis and reporting. So here we have developed in the COE, we have developed a one-of-its-kind integration with the Predix platform, which enables proactive monitoring of industrial assets, wherein we can make use of the ServiceNow tools in the area of asset management and reporting, so that it will improve our own capability, that is ServiceNow's own capability to monitor and better basically make better informed decisions on the industrial IoT assets, which was not available till now, because most of the discovery solutions which we have or which are there with ServiceNow, they are not able to discover these industrial assets. So this would be a critical part of this integration. One of the best features of this particular integration is that we have actually tried and modeled the CMDB, we have actually modeled the asset model which Predix already has in ServiceNow by creating a parallel CMDB model in ServiceNow, so that we can capture the best of the maximum information which a particular asset or Predix asset has. This has the entire communication between ServiceNow and Predix is handled using the REST API, and what we have done here is that there is minimum kind of an interface available, so that the most critical fields in ServiceNow tables are getting updated from Predix. So these critical fields are the fields which store the sensor data and the location data for a particular asset, for a particular class of asset, and and after each updation, we have made sure that these fields or the data from that field is populated into appropriate ServiceNow fields, and we are able to then do we are able to report on those fields, or we can take informed decisions based on the values of those fields. Also, it is a very good tool for, we can do a lot of trend analysis from the data which we capture by virtue of this integration. So this basically is a integration here wherein Predix, since it works on the Cloud Foundry platform, which is a generic open source platform, which provides the basic services for basic runtime services and integration services for any application to run. So the advantage of using Cloud Foundry here is that tomorrow if there is any other competitor platform which is a competitor to Predix like IBM Bluemix or HP's Helion, so our integration can work with these platforms as well. Since the basic criteria here is a REST-based communication which happens between the application and ServiceNow. So one of the among the use cases, the most important ones is the creation of incidents. So whenever, for example, there is a pressure drop or a temperature drop in a server room, okay, so the alarm will be triggered by use of an IoT sensor to Predix, and the Predix machine will capture that alarm and then it will redirect it to the ServiceNow instance. So to create an incident. Also, the other use case being, which I already told, is the periodic updation of asset sensor data and the location data, wherein the REST API, the REST interface will capture all the asset data and the sensor data and the location data, and will update into ServiceNow tables. Also, there is, based on this particular data, we have predictive analysis built in within the ServiceNow, and which we can leverage, which we can actually make use of, and then also pass on this information to any other integration or any other product which can better make use of this particular data. So the main critical component is that we are able to capture industrial data within ServiceNow by use of this integration. I can show you one of the screens which basically have that. I can show you basically what we are doing here in terms of the parsing of the JSON data. So here, as we see, we have created the CMDB model where Predix IoT class, this is the base class for all the Predix assets, and we have now, for the POC purpose, we have created two specialized classes, that is MRI scanner and ultrasound, each with their own set of attributes, wherein they have their own specific attributes, and the data for those attributes is parsed using the JSON which we receive from Predix. So, for example, we have this sensor data in the MRI scanner class, wherein we have this gyrus sensor, ultrasonic, humidity, and windmill. So these attributes are, as and when they are updated to this particular field via REST API, they are parsed using JSON, and they are populated using the logic, the script which we have built in within the ServiceNow. Similar thing takes place for the other classes as well. That's it from me here. This is a very basic introduction which I wanted to give regarding this integration. For any questions, we have Shekhar who can able to answer the queries, and for any queries I can publish my email address so we can get back to them. Thanks a lot for the listening.